Hello everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I have a wedding card for you guys. I know we're getting ready for the wedding season, so I thought I would share a wedding card that you could put together very quickly and is beautiful and elegant. So let's go ahead and get started. I have multiple products here that I'm going to show you that I'm using. I am using the Hexagon Dynamic Embossing Folder. So if you're not familiar with our dynamic embossing folders, they're much thicker than the traditional ones, so they make a deeper impression or emboss. And I love this one. This one is one of my favorites. So we're going to use that. We're using the Better Together stamp set because we're going to use these two sentiments here. Here's to a great wedding and an even better life together. All the best for a future filled with love. I'm going to be using the Lots of Labels framelits as well as the butterfly thinlits. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. For our card base, I have a piece of basic gray. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have another piece of basic gray that is cut 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of Whisper White for the inside of the card that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a couple scraps here to cut our butterfly as well as our label. And then I'm using a bit of our silver foil as well and our rhinestones on our butterfly. We're going to be using the black Baker's Twine as well as the archival black ink pad. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab the Big Shot and we'll get some of our prep done. Okay, so I have my magnetic platform in here with one of my cutting plates. I am going to go ahead and cut my white label. And I believe I'm using the second and third, let me look at my, second and third largest for the labels. The white one is smaller. Now we're going to grab our piece of silver foil paper, and we are going to cut this label as well. Okay, we are going to grab the medium-sized butterfly from our butterfly thinlits, and I'm going to run that through a couple times since I don't have my precision base plate in here. I just want to be sure I get a nice crisp cut. Alright, now I'm going to change platforms. So I'm going to remove my magnetic platform. I'm going to put in the regular Big Shot platform. I'm going to take my Hexagon embossing folder. I'm going to put my piece of basic gray in there. That's going to go right on top of the platform, and then one cutting plate. And that's how you create the sandwich for those dynamic cutting or embossing folders rather. And you can see now, and it's beautiful on both sides. This side is pretty too. Alright, so let me get the Big Shot out of our way. I'm going to bring in our foam pad with our die brush, and I'm going to run this over my butterfly. Now we have that. Now we can go ahead and begin to assemble our card. So for the hexagon part, we are going to use a bunch of dimensionals. I want a nice sturdy base here for the front, so I'm going to put 9 of these. So we have the 9 dimensionals, and we're going to adhere that to the front of our card. Beautiful. Okay, this Whisper white layer we're going to put on the inside of our card. Even though the basic gray isn't that dark, you could probably definitely see your writing. I thought I would just brighten it up a bit with some Whisper white. Okay. All right, so now let's go ahead and do our stamping. So I have our archival basic black. I am going to take our sentiment for the front. I'm going to ink that up, and we are going to stamp that right there in the center of our label. Give that a nice press. Looks good. Now on the inside of our card, we're going to grab our other sentiment. Make sure our card is straight. I'm going to stamp that in the center. Gorgeous. Okay, close up that archival black. It does need a little bit longer to dry, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and add some snail to the back of my label. Okay, I'm going to add some more snail now to the back of this. And we're going to center that about there on our card, so it's kind of towards the right, but centered as far as top and bottom. See a little hair here of silver foil. Try to get that off. Alright, so now on the back of our butterfly, I'm going to cut the edge of our dimensionals, and I think I'm actually going to do it over here. So I'm cutting in between two dimensionals. Hopefully I can grab this easily enough. There we go. Butterfly here to the side. You want to make sure it's enough room so you can still fit it in the envelope so that it's not hanging off, if that makes sense. Now for our rhinestones, I have these 4 little ones here that are all together. I'm just going to grab those with my piercing tool, and I'm gonna line those up just like that. Okay, now I'm going to take some of this black baker's twine and I'm going to make myself a nice bow cut. Okay, and then I have our glue dots, and I'm just going to use that piercing tool once again, pick up that glue dot, and I'm kind of going to roll that onto itself, and then I'm going to put that right onto the back of my bow, just behind the knot. And then I'm going to add that right there. Okay, and that completes our wedding card. Isn't it pretty? It's so elegant, but yet so simple to create. Those are the kinds of cards that I love. Alright, well I hope you've enjoyed today's video as well. If you would like to purchase any of today's products, please visit my online store. I will have a full supply list in the description of the video, and I look forward to being back with you guys real soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.